The Lion King has grossed over $1.6 billion worldwide, making it one of the highest-grossing animated films of all time. Here's 30 facts that'll make you roar with laughter. Did you know that Simba was originally going to be a house cat? Imagine the drama of a cat trying to take over the living room instead of the Pride Lands. The original title was King of the Jungle, but lions don't actually live in jungles. Talk about a marketing blunder. Timon and Pumbaa were inspired by a meerkat and a warthog, but they're basically the original odd couple, one's a neat freak, and the other smells like a gym sock. The voice of Mufasa, James Earl Jones, recorded his lines in just 2 days. He must have been channeling all the wisdom of the savannah in those sessions. The iconic Circle of Life song was almost cut from the film. Can you imagine a Lion King without that epic opening? It would be like a pizza without cheese. The hyenas were originally supposed to be the main villains, but they ended up being comic relief. Guess they took a wrong turn on the villain highway. The film was inspired by Shakespeare's Hamlet. So, if you ever wondered why lions have family drama, blame the bard. The animators studied real lions to capture their movements. Talk about a job perk, getting paid to watch lions lounge around all day. The phrase Hakuna Matata means no worries, but if you're a meerkat, it probably means no personal space. The film features over 100 different animal species, making it the ultimate wildlife documentary, if only they had a narrator with a British accent. The original storyboards had a scene where Simba and Nala were supposed to be siblings. Thank goodness they changed that. Talk about an awkward family reunion. The Lion King was the first Disney film to be adapted into a Broadway musical. Who knew lions could belt out show tunes? The Wildebeest Stampede took 3 years to animate. That's a lot of hoofing it for a scene that lasts just a few minutes. Scar was originally going to be a much more sympathetic character. But then they decided, nah, let's make him the ultimate villain instead. The film's release in 1994 coincided with the rise of the internet. So, if you were online back then, you probably saw a lot of lion memes. The Lion King was the first animated film to win a Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture. Take that, live-action films. The character of Rafiki was inspired by a mandrill, but he's basically the wise old uncle we all wish we had, minus the fruit bat hairstyle. The film's soundtrack won 2 Academy Awards. It's like the Oscars were just waiting for a lion to show up and steal the show. The Lion King was the first Disney film to be released on VHS in a clamshell case. Talk about a nostalgic throwback. The phrase "it's a small world" was almost used in the film, but they decided to stick with Hakuna Matata. Thank goodness for that. The original animators used a technique called photorealism to make the animals look lifelike. So, if you thought you were watching a documentary, you weren't alone. The film has been translated into over 40 languages. So, if you ever wanted to hear Hakuna Matata in Klingon, now you know. The Lion King was the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. That's right, it was in the big leagues. The character of Zazu was inspired by a hornbill, but he's basically the ultimate overprotective parent, always nagging and never letting Simba have fun. The film's release led to a surge in lion-themed merchandise. Who knew plush lions would become the hottest toy of the 90s? The Lion King was the first Disney film to be released on DVD. So, if you still have that dusty old DVD, you're holding on to a piece of history. The film has spawned numerous sequels and spin-offs, proving that the Circle of Life includes a lot of cash flow. The Lion King is often credited with reviving Disney's animation department. So, if you love animated films, thank Simba. The film's legacy continues with live-action adaptations and remakes. It's like The Lion King just won't stay in the past. Finally, The Lion King has inspired countless memes and parodies. So, if you've ever laughed at a lion in a tutu, you know who to thank.